Sport, news and the best music on a Saturday afternoon with Nichola and Brett on BBC Radio Lancashire.
To Nichola and Brett here on BBC Radio Lancashire. We're here for 3 hours today. I'm very excited. I'm feeling on top of the world. And Brett,
yeah,
I think you're going to feel just the same.
And you're going to grab me by something and drag me to where you are?
I'm just grabbing you now. Can you feel it?
No, really.
Hang on a minute.
There's no sense, there's no feeling.
There's not just you who's going to be happy today,
right,
listening to our guest. We are going to speak to a beautiful lady. She's very young for such a talented lady.
Yeah.
A lovely girl. And she has a voice to die for.
All my dreams coming true.
She is called Leona.
The X Factor winner.
Yeah, she's coming on today.
I'm going to spend some time today with a pretty talented young girl. What a change that makes. Fantastic. Bring it on.
Oh. One of our listeners last week when we were on air said, why don't you talk about this, Nikki? So we're going to be talking about things people say that annoy you. It might be accents, actually, or it could be phrases, it could be particular words.
Can it be about you?
It can, of course. I used to work with somebody, and she used to say words like intolerable and unforgivable. Now, you know, if a child is creating havoc in a shop and their behaviour is intolerable, that's fine. But she used to use these words out of context, and she'd quite often throw in, you know, you're intolerable. Yes, I used to think, I don't think I am, do you?
No, I think she had a point. Can we get her on the line? Get her ring right now.
So that's what we want to know about today. 01254 583 583 if you'd like to give us a call. And we can talk about the words, the phrases. Maybe it's an accent that you really can't cope with. How about you, Brett? You got any?
Yes, I have. It's the baby talk when people call hospitals hospitals.
Yes,
well, there's a hospital.
Lickle.
I'm wearing my sangles today.
Do you think they actually don't understand, or have they just not grown out of it?
I don't think they've grown out of it. I think their tongue is slobbering a little bit too much.
Do you know what I find very funny? My mum and dad still call each other mum and dad. Out with my parents shopping, and all of a sudden you'll hear my mum saying, Dad!
You know what I think that is?
Go on.
Intolerable.
Right, I'm going to kick off with the best tune of the day, James Brown.
Wow, I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
It's going to be half full, Brett. Never half empty in 2007.
It does matter, though, what is in the glass, doesn't it? If it's a nice drop of scotch or fine claret, then you want it full. If, however, it's iron brew, then you're not that bothered. You'd like to see the glass just diminishing. You wouldn't mind a hole or a leak in the glass.
I know where you're coming from, but positively and mentally, it's only going to be half full.
We're embracing 2007 already.
We
here
are.
At BBC Radio Lancashire.
Dixon and Davison may sound like a firm of solicitors, but there's definitely no charge for a Saturday afternoon with Nichola and Brett, Dixon and Davison on BBC Radio Lancashire.
Nichola, that was beautiful, your singing there. Really was. It moved the heavens to pity. that laugh. It's quite a common name. It's not an unusual name, but it's unusual in a drama, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then I always call you Nichola, don't I?
Yes.
And I know people here at BBC Radio Lancashire call you Nick.
Yep, and Nikki.
And Nikki, but
Yep.
to me, you're always Nichola.
Yes.
Because I like that austerity between us.
Yes.
I like a bit of formality.
You don't like to cross the line, Brett.
I love
your
right.
professionalism.
Just sort of nodding acquaintance, that's sort of thing. What a laugh!
We've called it a deep throaty one. That's the label. Gone as the witch's cackle. It's now deep and throaty. Whatever.
Either way, it sounds fun, doesn't it?
But yes, names. The other one, and I'm so glad my parents didn't call me this.
Oh, go on.
Vanessa.
Could I see you as a Vanessa?
I have a friend, it's funny how you relate names. I have a friend called Vanessa, who my brother aptly names Vanessa the Undresser.
Deborah's an interesting one.
Is it? Tell me what you think about Deborah then.
If I'm honest, and apologies to Deborah's out there, Deborah's very dowdy.
I was going to say dull.
You put it a bit shorter to Debbie. There's a good time girl right there.
Naughty, isn't it?
Dixon and Davison have just rolled into town. Be afraid.
Be very afraid.
On BBC Radio Lancashire.
Deb är Cassandra på estado dando vuelta a min cabeza todo el día.
I've no idea.
I want you to sit back.
Yeah.
Go on, sit back.
That's better.
Oh, gosh. Close your eyes. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
est-ce que tu crois à l'amour? Premier coup d'aile au fait, il que j'ai passé devant toi.
Tenez à gauche.
Saturday afternoon with Nichola and Brett. Dixon and Davison on BBC Radio Lancashire.